Hi, welcome back to Whatever Gaming. So after the escapades of being drunk and wandering around a bar getting totally pissed last time, I thought I'd actually do part of a mission this time. I'll just do a bit. This is one of the common missions you get. It's a recruit somebody to your team mission. So firstly, this is just one of my agents, but as you can see, I have many agents all over the place, and I could swap to one of these if I wanted to. There's no particular reason these missions are. Let's just swap to that just to show you. So if I wanted to be her, then I can swap to that agent. She's just near. And again, in these kind of recruitment missions, which you'll kind of get used to there, generally there's about 5 or 6 different types, and you'll kind of know how hard they're going to be and what kind of person you'll need to do them. Some of them are kind of break into somewhere, and so that's another one of my agents. There you go. So this is a steal security footage. Some of them, again, it's all about taste, and some people will be better than others. Some of them are more likely, depending on the missions. They're steal a van, things like that, and ones are more likely to mean you get followed and chased down, and sometimes they'll chase you for a very long time. So actually some of those are a bit difficult, and you can have special agents that have an asset that means they don't get chased by security drones. You might want someone that's got a particular way of camouflaging. This agent has just got very standard. These are kind of the most standard things you can have. So you've got a non-lethal shotgun. It does kind of electrical damage. The same with the pistol, and that's like a electrical damage kind of knuckle duster. And they should all be okay for this mission. This isn't a mission that's by default is going to be really difficult, but we'll see. So here I am here, and I'm going to creep in. It's pretty simple, we hope. So what I usually do first off is I'm going to try not to get seen. It's sometimes hard to not get seen at all, but the more people you can take out without being seen, the better. So there's a person that we're going to... So there, we've taken him out. And we ran away before anyone saw us. Now this option here, the bullets mean are there, things you pick up if you want them. I don't need any, but it'll pretend I picked them up anyway. Shroud is something you get. It's a bonus that you can pick up, and it basically means, as you can see there, I've covered the enemy that I just knocked out, so no one can see the body. And that can be very useful, especially in a mission where it's quite difficult and you're going to have to take down quite a lot of people. This one's actually one of the more difficult access footage missions, because this is quite a lot of agents here. So here's another one. We're going to creep up behind. Well, again, before they get to see us, we're going to run away. In other missions, you can do them how you fancy. So sometimes you may not want to run away. It's quite easy to do them any way you want. So in this mission, I'm trying just to kind of show there. I'll shroud that one as well. I'm doing it in a kind of, I'd say, professional way. I'm going to try and be stealthy and not just go around shooting everyone. I could. Once they see you, they'll all be alerted. So there, I've shot that one with the shotgun. As you can see, and I'm not very good at shooting, aiming is really good. I like this game a lot because I'm rubbish at quick aiming, and this game makes it easy. There's various things on the floor. There's a trap, and you can arm the trap, which means if any of the enemy go into it, they'll be electrocuted. In this particular situation, it won't matter a lot because I've already alerted everybody, but it can be useful. You don't need to shroud people once you've been detected because it's pointless. These drones are kind of like camera drones. They just take footage, but you can destroy them if you wish. If you find these, always unlock them. They can be for anything, but they're usually for gates. Sometimes they're for security cameras. So, for example, now I've unlocked that gate, so if I want to go out that way, then I can. Now, the things that are shooting at me now are these turrets. You can see it there. They're a bit more annoying. You have to be careful. So sometimes you need to sort of take it in a sort of turn. Although, because of who we're playing as, didn't see that one there, you're kind of supposed to be non-lethal if you can. I've always found that the real guns, of which there are plenty, are much better at damage, especially when it comes to turrets and drones and things. So that's how I found it. So if I had a real shotgun, for example, it would have taken that turret out in much less hits, but I'm going to have to come back. The fact is 2 is a bit annoying. There are perks where you can deactivate turrets and the like. There's another one. As you can see, or you might be able to see. Yeah. Usually they're pretty, the worst things you can find are drones because they'll fly after you. There's another one of these, which is another gate deactivation. And it's always good to deactivate as many as you can. There's another gate because basically you may have a plan for where you think you're going to go, but you never know quite which way you might end up going. Something might suddenly happen, someone might come in. Always check around here. You can drive cars if you want. I don't need to in this, but you can. So there are plenty of options to check out everywhere, not just because look, there is. That's good. Okay, so that's it's like a pickup for extra tech points, and you get those. You can make more tech when you need it. Because I've unlocked everything now, I should have access to all the doors. Sometimes some of them have more complicated ways to open. But always check out everything. One, you never know, there might be someone hiding or waiting, and also you never know what you might find. The main things you want to find in this game are tech points, to be honest. Ammo you'll find if you need it, but you won't always need it. I don't find I need ammo often, so here I'm going to jump down into this, and it will mark very clearly. It's very good, this game, at how to show you where you need to go without being really blatant and putting arrows over it. So that's the yellow little dot shows me where the footage is, and there I've downloaded the footage right now. Downloading the footage.
Yes, that's the bad news. The good news is I don't know where they get out. Sending you the coordinates.
So that's that. There's also a safe here. If you find safes, you can rob them. You can even rob safes in a pub. You can go into a pub, you can rob the safe, they all have them, and there's another one of those which I missed, which goes to those doors downstairs, and you can rob them and just go and get money. And with the money in this game, basically you're not buying equipment, you're going to buy outfits. So for example, the thing this young lady's wearing is probably things I bought in the shop, because they all come with kind of standard one thing. They all have different looks, they're all wearing what they wore in the street. Now, okay, so when I finished this part of the mission, I've done what I needed to do here, I've got the footage, that's not the end of the mission. When you go out into the street, make sure, I'm going to go out into the street, open the gate, make sure you put away your weapon. Because if you go outside with a gun, number one, people will panic, which is obviously what they would do, and number two, if there's any security or police, they'll start fighting you, and that might not sound much because I've just taken out a whole room of are men. But if security do find you after a mission like this, and it's because you walked out with a gun, what will happen is they will chase you, and sometimes they can end up with a lot of people chasing you, and it can actually be, that's actually the main way, now I've got used to the game and the missions, that's the main way I've been killed, is by being chased down to a point where there's so many people chasing me, there was no way. For example, there's a security guard there, so had I run out with a gun, he would probably have alerted other guards, and then you can literally be running, and at some point there's nowhere to go and you just get killed. There's ways of avoiding it, but it's not something I'd advise. Anyway, so that's where we'll leave it for this. I've not finished this mission. I will continue this mission in the next video, and then I might do another one when I'm drunk and go on a killing spree. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. This is the first time I've done a live actual mission doing any killing, so excuse me for any slight pauses or bits that are confusing. I'll try and get better. Anyway, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.